Whoa, what's going on, guys?
Whoa, g'day guys.
Whoa, g'day guys.
Whoa, g'day guys.
Whoa, g'day, guys.
We're a long way from home, folks. This is Emu, not the bird, but the place. This is Pooly, the man, the myth, the legend. That's Baz. There's a pump truck there. There's some flog tyres there. We've got a big episode. This is an Arvo with Pooly, and it's jam freaking packed. And I figured we're going to start things off with the obvious. We're going to run through the project cars because I don't know if there's been too much detail about this. Certainly not on my socials, a lot on Pooly's. We've recently done a little bit more to it. The pump truck's got a very exciting afternoon in store for it as well. Go get up to some shenanigans, so do it. Just dive into it, I guess. This thing is one of the most ludicrous projects I've seen in a long time. It's a passion project, and that is exciting because it means slow, perfect, no cut corners, and we're going to be running you through it. We've also got the Pump Truck 2.0 over there looking pretty in all its glory, ready to go tackle Cape York. This is the man. Tell us about what we're even looking at here. I'm sure some people know, a lot of people probably don't. It's ludicrous.
Well, this is old Baz, so basically it's a 1975 40 Series Land Cruiser with a couple of small modifications.
Yeah, I see small modifications is right, just the essentials.
Yeah, so, basically it's not a 40 Series.
No, far from that. I feel like it's stopped being that long.
Yeah, so basically I threw away everything from 40 Series, except for the panels, and then replaced it all with better stuff.
Way better.
So it's
awesome.
an 80 Series chassis with coilovers, 600 horsepower Barra, and a 40s cab on it.
So good. One of the things I love about this is that it's just so cool from a nostalgia point of view because he's gone, like, as you can see, the chassis gloss, brand new dips, everything shiny, but the body's patinaed, but it's not just patinaed and left that way just because of, we haven't gotten around to it. You cleared over it.
We purposely left it because to get a 40 cab in this condition, that you could leave is very rare. Well, they are around, but it would have been a shame to sand it all back and recolour it. I mean, if it was all mismatched different colour panels, you have to. But I don't have to.
No, this is so sick.
And I named the car Barry because when I pulled it in here, it looked like an old Barry. It was like, you're Barry.
Yeah.
And if I had painted it a nice, shiny metallic, it wouldn't look like an old Barry.
It works as well because you've got Barra,
Yeah,
it works on so many levels. So the patina of the body is actually cleared over, so it's protected and it's not going to get any too much worse. What's the plan, due date for this? I know you don't want to put an actual date on it, but when do you reckon we'll see this?
I would like to have it running this year.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I just want to do a good job of it.
Yeah.
And I'm limited by time and money. And when I've got time, I'll work on it. And when I've got money, I'll buy parts for it.
Sick.
And when it's done, it'll be done.
Yeah, that's mad. I like that. No deadline, which means you can just chip away at it and get it perfect, which is sick. Quickly run through the suspension a little bit more because the front's got some big long radius arms in it.
Yeah, so is it Metchfab?
I wish I knew.
Metchfab long arm kit in the front. And then I've got 14-inch coilovers and hydro bumps aren't in it yet, but they're going in.
You getting it?
And in the rear is my own Pooly that I've designed myself. I've had 14-inch coilovers in the rear and hydro bumps.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I see you've got it set up for like a rear-mounted winch and all that sort of stuff as well. Is this going to be a point this truck at any thing and just drive it and it'll do it? Is that the plan?
Well, that's the plan. It's a very purpose-built car, and the purpose of this car is for me to just tear around the bush in it. Yeah. So it's not a June race car. Yeah. It's not a comp truck. It's not a crawler. It's not a road car. It's none of that. Yeah. It's just a party car for myself. That's it. My own enjoyment to drive around the bush. That's the main goal. So everything that I've chosen revolves around that.
Yeah. No. Now, the inspiration behind Kentucky Truck Boost, love the Zinger box, who doesn't? Who did the artwork, and is this your favourite thing so far?
It is probably my favourite thing so far. So Kyle Thorney from St Arnaud did this.
Sick. He's
just a local bloke, and he's painted like the silos, you know, the silo art. So yeah, he done the silos in St Arnaud, so pretty talented guy. I just hit him up. I was like, can you paint the kernel on my bonnet, Holden Turbo, in your style, however you want to do it? Here's a couple of reference pics. Yeah. And that's what he done.
Outstanding. So, he's absolutely nailed it. And the final question for Baz before we move on to pub truck is, this is the most glittery blue I've ever seen in my life. What was the inspo behind that? Was it just to make it pop?
Well, I rang up the paint shop, and it's a Ford Breeze. That's what that colour is. Okay. So I rang them up. I said, I want a Ford Breeze. I said, it's going on a motor. Yeah. It can be a bit crazy. It's not a whole car. Okay. And I said, put heaps of metallic in it. And they're like, no, we can't. You can only put so much metallic in. Yeah. So it's actually a flake. That's it. And I'd never painted a flake before, but it's like a little bottle of potions and a clear coat. Sick. So they gave it to me, and I was mixing it up, it was Harry Potter, and then you just spray it on. It's like a metallic dust, but it's bigger than a metallic. It's a full-on flake. So I just wanted to look cool because it's under the bonnet. It's not. Yeah. You can have it pop under.
Yeah, big time. It's nice to have a bit of a statement. I'm keen as, and it's cool to see what this motor can do because it's the old gas girl with a few bits and pieces added onto it.
Couple of spicy pieces.
It's not just chasing full-blown power. There's going to be some drivability to it with keeping the power a bit less, but keeping the VCT, having that sort of economy in mind for when you're pulling down the highway.
Exactly.
I'm keen to see.
Yeah, so I've gone for a more standard size turbo. Yeah. So this is a 3584.
Okay. Cool.
3584. Yeah. Yeah, and basically I've gone with that because that suits what I want to do. Like when I say I want to drive around the bush and have fun, that's going to be me coming around the corner in first gear, clutch kicking, and like that kind of driving. Not in a straight line, like ringing it out to 200 k's an hour. So I just wanted to build the car around that. Yeah, that's it. So it should be good.
Let's go check out your pub truck because you've been doing some changes to the back end. You're getting ready for a big Cape trip. And there's a couple of suspect looking tyres over there, so we should probably address the elephant in the room. So let's go have a look. All right, this is the gold ute from TikTok. This is the famous one. This is
the gold ute from TikTok.
The only and the original gold ute from TikTok. This thing started it all for you, I guess. It was sort of what really kickstarted it.
Well, it was the white ute from TikTok.
That's right. That was
and then
1.0.
Yeah, and then I rolled it, and now it's the gold ute from TikTok.
Outstanding. It's so good.
Yeah, it's up to about 5.0.
Yeah, I feel like there's been far more revision than versions in just the two. But
there has.
Give us a brief rundown because by the time you guys are watching this, there's a full in-depth rundown on Pooly's YouTube channel, which we will link in.
I've just made a whole video because I haven't updated anyone with what I've done with this car on YouTube for a long time. I've basically done a rundown of all the new things and the things that I've changed.
Which is going to be sick. So if you want to find out some proper details and all the nitty-gritty stuff, because he's a perfectionist and there's a lot of cool stuff under the surface that we aren't going to touch in this video that he'll touch on. But run us through exactly what we're looking at, all the basic changes that you've made, the suspension bits and pieces.
So this is a 2012 Workmate 79.
Outstanding.
With a couple of small modifications.
That's the theme here at Andy Customs, just small mods, all right?
So this one's also had a carb swap. And I've got a J-Race 4-link in the rear, double triangulated 4-link. It's got hinge shocks all around, a lot of Flexi Boy stuff.
Very Flexi Boy this
and a lot of custom fab stuff. So like this bar work, I've made all this myself. The tray, I build trays. The canopy, all the fit out, everything. It's just like been my hobby for the last few years.
Long ass time.
I've actually used this car to learn how to do things.
Yeah, no. Was there a big decision behind going gold? It's obviously not that subtle, but...
Well, when I picked the colour out, so I had a white cab, brand new, and I was like, it'd be a shame to not paint it. Yeah. Because it was off the car, so it's a perfect opportunity. I can get in all the engine bay, so everything's painted.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was super sick.
So I was like, I always was thinking about painting the car before I rolled it anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I got on Instagram and I was just scrolling through looking at people's cars, and someone with a MP300 in Barra popped up. Yeah. Similar, like had all black accessories, some big wheels, looked kind of tough. I'm like, that's the colour.
It looks tough. I think it's a winning combination. Any like deep metallic paint with black bar work, like it's a sick combination. Wheels and tyres wise, I've not seen a rim like this. It's super sick. What are they?
Well, they're not a bead lock.
Yeah.
I've always run bead locks.
Yeah.
And I've always got done by the cops.
Yeah, I've heard.
So, yeah, I've basically gone, I just can't do this anymore. $800 fine every time, car off the road, whatever else. So I started looking for alternative option, but where I can still use the car to its full potential. So these are just a fake bead lock imitation rim.
Yeah.
They're a black rhino Outback, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And they're just like made to look tough.
Yeah.
But they're completely nothing real about them. But I've actually got internal bead locks in them, so they're pneumatic air bead locks, which locks both beads. Yeah. And I can run them to 0 PSI or whatever. Yeah. They work the same, if not better, than a normal one.
I was going to say, it actually sounds like they might be better.
And there's a whole video on that on my channel as well.
Yeah, mate. So if you want to find out any more details about that, it's on the channel. If you want to find out more details about this thing, it's on his channel, because we could go into a whole lot of detail about the canopy and how he's dropped the rooftop tent and stuff, and he's got all the Darchi catalogue, but we'll leave that up to you guys to watch on his channel. Now, an afternoon at Pooly's wouldn't be an afternoon at Pooly's without a celebration of some things. And you've recently hit a couple of milestones, so tell the people.
I've just hit 300K on TikTok.
Wow.
With the gold view from TikTok.
Outstanding.
And I've also hit 150K on Instagram. Now, when I hit 100K on Instagram, I said, I'm gonna do a burnout. Yeah. I'm gonna do a shed skid or find some concrete and do a skid. Yeah. And my car was on the hoist. I was doing a coil conversion in it at the time. Yeah. And you know, I dragged out for a little bit. Next thing we're at 105K, 110K. I had like people unfollowing me at the start, saying like, no, we'll keep you at 100, we'll give you some more time. Anyway, it went on for too long, so I just never done it and everyone forgot about it. But we're here now.
It's time.
It's 150K.
Well, we've got a present for the Gold Ute from TikTok. We'll send it in this way. This is going to be what helps bring in this new chapter. The 150, 300K plus. We've got 2 of these. This thing is going to, well, hopefully boogie and set fire to them. And I'm sure there's a country concrete slab somewhere.
We got a lot of concrete.
Yeah, outstanding. Well, I reckon we jump in the cars and we go find some, because, yeah, it's calling our name, that's for sure. Shall we do it?
Done deal.
Nice. Okay, we are cruising in the 79. We're following Pooly on our way rather, to one of his mates' places. Now, that is where the celebration will commence. He's got the burnout tyres strapped on, and he's got the regular tyres on the tray so he can drive home. I'm pretty sure he even brought a set of brake pads in case he wears through those ones, because they're pretty low. But it should be a pretty good afternoon. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't your regular afternoon with Pooly. This is a pretty special afternoon, but definitely cool to hang out, see the sights of Emu and the surrounding suburbs, and get up to some mischief, that's for sure. But anyway, I'll put this down, I'll pick it back up when we get there. We shouldn't be too far off now. It's probably the most legitimate burnout prep you've ever seen. Moving pipes and all sorts of business, so he has a decent bit of concrete. Only Uncle Pooly gets this treatment, so the Gold Ute from TikTok can pop a set. Wouldn't read about it.
That is a big forklift.
You are kidding. You are taking the piss. Oh, the result is we're strapping it to a forklift because it didn't want to do it, but they said bring the big forklift over. We didn't realise they meant the fucking big forklift. Holy fucking moly. You can't skid it now, there's something wrong with you. Okay, Pooly's just getting set up to do the biggest burnout of his life to celebrate 150,000 on Insta and 300,000 on TikTok. We've got the big donkey forklift coming out, we're moving pipes, we're tying it down, we're doing all we can. I'm pretty sure this will bring us pretty much to the end of the episode. We're going to see how this burnout goes. Pretty good arvo and Emu, that's for sure.
Pooly.